Hi, this is Wiz. Welcome to my channel. I think I'm gonna rename my YouTube channel Wiz EV because after announcing on my last video that I'm gonna trade my Audi RS5 for an e-tron S Sportback by the end of the year, today I have the opportunity to spend a couple of hours with the Volkswagen ID.3. Let's get this done. First of all, I want to thank the local Volkswagen dealership Sen Automobile here in Neuchâtel for allowing me to spend a couple of hours with the brand new ID.3. So let's start with the exterior. The ID.3 is a clear departure in terms of design from current Volkswagen models. It is really modern, it looks very friendly, very ecological, I would say, and I like those very clean lines. It doesn't look sporty by any means, but still I really like the overall design of this ID.3. This is the first edition model, the one that customers could pre-order with a deposit, and it comes fully loaded. It has a lot of beautiful and very interesting options. The ID.3, at least this first edition, has a 58 kilowatt-hour battery. It has a WLTP range of 420 kilometers, and it has 204 horsepower. As we're gonna see it when I'm gonna drive the car, it is plenty enough to drive it in city and even on freeways. The front is very clean, minimalist. This is the new Volkswagen flat logo. You can see some interesting patterns here. But other than that, clean lines. The front end is very short and the cabin is really forward. That gives quite a lot of room into the interior, as we're gonna see it a little bit later. Aerodynamic wheels, those are the optional 20-inch with 215 millimeters tires. And talking about aerodynamics, we notice also the rear spoiler that served that purpose. Again, all in all, very clean lines on this Volkswagen ID.3. Tail lights are reminiscent of the new Volkswagen Golf 8. And just the logo and ID.3 on the back. No fancy stuff, very minimalistic design. What do you think about the design of this Volkswagen ID.3? Do you like it? I personally like it. Remember, we are talking about a city EV car, so it doesn't need to be a race car. It doesn't need to look so aggressive. It just needs to serve a purpose, is to bring people from A to B in a very comfortable, quiet and economic way. Looking under the hood, that is very short actually, there's not so much to look here, just the basic stuff. And keep in mind, there is no storage availability under the hood of the Volkswagen ID.3. Let's have a look at the trunk or boot. Quite okay for this kind of category. There's no electric option for closing the door. Let's now have a look on the cabin of this new ID.3. Same as the exterior, the design is very, very clean, very minimalist. But again, it's a clear departure in terms of design from current Volkswagen models, with the exception of the brand new Golf 8 that has almost the same layout. Again, this being the Edition 1 version, it's fully loaded, even seats massage, electric seats adjustment. You will notice that with a few exceptions like this one, there are almost no buttons into the cabin of the ID.3. Everything is touch or haptic touch. And this is something that you will have to get used to. It requires a little learning curve at the beginning, but just keep in mind that everything here is touch. If we look in detail the door panel, it is a hard plastic here, some soft leather-like material here, gloss black finish here, and again hard plastic. And here on the dashboard, the lower part is hard plastic, but here is some softer plastic. The interior of the ID.3 is almost vegan, with the exception of the steering wheel that is in leather, but you can order the configuration to be completely vegan. Let's step into the cabin now, have a better look of the driving position. This screen here is actually part of the steering wheel column, so whenever you adjust the steering wheel, it goes within. Very fancy and clever position for this selector, where you can select to go forward, neutral or reverse, and that's the parking button, one of the few buttons, as I said earlier. To drive the car, you got actually two positions, the drive position and the regen braking position. If you choose this last one, it means that you can drive the ID.3 with one pedal, same like a Tesla or a e-tron, for example. Rear view camera, parking sensors. And this is the touch part where you can select the temperature, and also the infotainment volume. Again, you need to get used, there's no knob, no button to select the volume. Here you got some shortcuts, the parking, the air conditioning, the driving assists, and the driving mode. You got eco, comfort, sports, and individual. After a little learning curve, the menu on the ID.3 infotainment screen are quite okay. So you got the basic one, phone. You go back with this little square here, radio, media. settings for radio and media. Navigation. You can search either by the keyboard on the screen or with the voice assistant. Then all the vehicle settings. Charging. The car is actually charged almost 100%. Of course, you can select if you want to charge it to 80% only, or 100% if you need to travel with the car. I really like this user interface. Once you understand how to use it, then it's really easy to do it. Very good animations. Interior lighting. You can select if you want it dark or bright. Then the head-up display settings. Roof settings. I just don't get what it's this, because you cannot open the roof, so maybe there's a curtain. Yeah, there you go, the curtain. That's cool. It's very Tesla-like. I like it. Moving on, we can adjust the sound. The driving assist. Here again, the menu is a little bit different. You need to understand how it works. And then you got here a second screen with some shortcuts. Navigation, vehicle, telephone, and Bluetooth device. And some other informations here. You can see there is a little lag sometimes, but other than that, it is quite responsive. Moving back on the central console, here there's a nice click here. They're okay, they're quite okay. Some little storage here, an empty space here, cup holders. This car has the advanced easy entry features, meaning that when you approach the car, it will unlock itself. You don't need to press or open anything. And when you leave the car, it will lock itself also. Some more storage here. You can remove this part here, and this is the wireless charger for your phone. No issues with big phones. This is the 11 Pro Max and it fits perfectly. Separate armrest for the driver and the passengers. Quite big storage here. You can move these parts. And you got two USB-C ports over here. Seats are okay, they're not that sporty, but they hold quite well. Touch controls on the steering wheel, on both sides. So you can, there's a click. I don't know if you can hear it. Here you can change the view just by sliding right or left. Touch as well over here. And something's really funny is that if you wanna go down with the front windows, then it's the classical way. But if you wanna do that with the rear one, you can notice that there are no rear buttons for the rear windows. So you just need to press here, which is touch once again, and then now you just selected the rear windows. Let's now have a look at the rear seats. I'm 172, so let's see how I fit on the back seats of the ID.3. Keep in mind that the front seat is in my position. Again, I'm 172, and I'm surprised I have plenty of room on the rear seats. Headroom, legroom, no issues whatsoever. Wow, wow, that's actually pretty big place over here. And there's a lot of light thanks to the panoramic sunroof and a very big windshield. Of course, there's no transmission here, so no tunnel, everything is flat. 2 more USB-C plugs over here. But again, plenty of space on the rear seats. I'm quite surprised about it. There you go. That was my review of the brand new Volkswagen ID.3. What do you think about this car? Should you buy a Golf-sized car? Would you consider a small EV like the ID.3? Personally, I think if you are able to charge your car at home, as I am, there is no issue. 420 kilometers of range, even if we all know that in real life it is more like 320, 350, are plenty enough for daily usage. So if you are considering an EV car, you shouldn't stop because of the range. Just think the way you drive your car. How many kilometers you drive per day? If you drive less than 300 kilometers per day, then there are no issues whatsoever to consider an EV car as your future one. As usual, please consider following me on YouTube and activate the notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Also, if you want to know what happens very fast, consider following me on Instagram Wiz1972, where I'm the most active on social media. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.